I'm Kelli Fohey. I am a business account executive for Adams Fiber. Basically, what I do every day is I meet with customers to see how our services can better fit their needs. So I love my job. I actually get to sell internet service and phone service to companies. So I have the easiest job in the world because everybody needs access to the internet. And I love being able to help businesses provide a solution to their needs. So my typical day-to-day, I start with a hot cup of coffee every day, and what I like to do is the very first thing I go through all of my emails. I think it's super important to stay connected to your customers. And in this age where you get information really quickly, if you don't respond to a customer in a quick way, then you have a potential of losing that customer. So it's extremely important that you correspond with your customers and get back to them in a quick manner. I also like to add a personal touch. So when we're wrapping up the sales process, I always make sure that I send a little thank you, a handwritten note, because they know that I took the time and I really appreciated working with them, and that I took the time to care about them enough to write a little handwritten note. So when I was in middle school and high school, I really loved art, and I wanted to be able to work with my hands, and I loved that creative break in my day. And I have used that in my life to be able to just offer more creative solutions to our customers and be able to give them options to fit their needs. I've had several different types of jobs. My husband is in the hotel business, and so with that comes a lot of moving around from location to location for his job. So I have worked in dental offices. I have worked for a beer distributor. But one of my favorite jobs, I was an event coordinator for a local convention center. So I got to work with lots of events. I got to help plan wedding receptions and be part of people's lives. And I really enjoyed that. My most recent job before starting here with Adams, I was a director of sales and marketing. So I was really involved in helping plan large events for the community. And that really helped me form that business relationship that I use in my job today. The first job I ever had, and I think everybody should have this job, I was a waitress. In high school, I played a lot of sports, so my only option was to work nights and weekends. And I had the worst weekend shift. I had the late night, early morning shift, had a lot of interesting customers. That really gave me an insight to how people want to be treated and how to handle tough situations. And I loved when people came in when I was a waitress and you knew their order before they even sat down. Being able to provide that good customer service carries on into this job that I have now. What I learned from my first job was just to be patient with people and to be able to take care of them and really provide good customer service. So taking this job, I actually, when I was considering this job, I actually told my director, I said, technology scares me to death. And that's funny now working for a business where I'm basically selling service to connect you to the internet. So I have learned so much within that small amount of time, and I think not being afraid to take a chance and jump in, both feet in, and just really go for it. And I have learned so much by just having a little confidence and not being afraid to do something new. As far as education, I honestly, coming out of high school, I did not have a really good plan about what I wanted to do with my life. And that is something I would definitely do differently moving forward. So my father passed away when I was a young girl. My sister that's closest to me in age is about 13 years older than I am, so there's a huge age gap between me and my sister. So my sisters were all over the house. It was just me and my mom. And college, I did not want to be a financial burden to my mother. So I decided to go to a local junior college where I got a wonderful education, a 2-year education, and then I was lucky enough to have a really good job after I graduated. I do have an associate's degree, and my focus was communications and public relations, and so that has really transferred over well into my sales job that I have now. My advice I would give to my younger self would be to absolutely take those elective classes that they offer in high school, because if you're kind of unsure about what you want to do, those elective fields may open up some doors for you. What I would do would be to talk with your counselor, get a game plan together, and at least have some sort of idea. When we went for college orientation for my oldest daughter, they said, parents, don't have a heart attack when your kid comes home from school and says, hey, I changed my major. Things change, life changes, and it's okay not to know what you want to be when you grow up, but to have a little bit of a game plan is a good idea. One of the best things about working for a technology company is that it's always something that's ever changing and growing, and it's not a field that is ever going to fade away. So I love working for a company that has a lot of potential to grow, and it has a lot of potential for all future employees.